Hey guys, Dr. Karen Liddell here from Renewing Your Mind Transformational Counseling and Coaching. Now, I just got done working out, but I still wanted to pop on and just share with you guys something because I've been saying I want to do kind of like a weekly podcast type thing where I share with you all some different principles, or we do a fun little exercise. And sometimes you just have to jump on and do it, even if everything's not perfect, even if you don't feel like you look great. You just need to take some action. So that's what I'm doing. So one of the things I want to share with you all regularly is about money. A lot of us have money issues. We have some different belief systems. And honestly, our financial status is just a reflection of the thoughts we have had about money up till now. I want to share with you one of my favorite Bible verses about money. This is Romans 12:8, and I'm reading from the Passion Translation. If you have the grace gift of encouragement, then use it often to encourage others. If you have the grace gift of giving to meet the needs of others, then may you prosper in your generosity without any fanfare. If you have the gift of leadership, be passionate about your leadership. And if you have the gift of showing compassion, then flourish in your cheerful display of compassion. The awesome thing about generating wealth is it actually gives you the resources to be generous to others, to really give generously, to really give into areas of the kingdom of God that need those resources. So there are so many verses in the Bible that talk about God blessing us and prospering us. And in Jeremiah 29:11, he says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a future and a hope." And he says in various places, why would a good father, give his child a stone if they asked for bread? He knows our needs. He loves it when we have a cheerful and generous heart, and we need resources to do that. So a fun little exercise to figure out what are the thoughts that are holding you back from being prosperous. Because we know that as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. And that's in Proverbs. And I'll have to get you the exact verse, but you can Google it. So what are we thinking about money? So do this exercise. It will reveal a lot to you. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is get yourself a piece of paper. You're going to totally identify all of your hang-ups. Well, maybe not all of them, but a lot of your hang-ups with money. And I want you to write down 5 times, I deserve to be prosperous and wealthy. And as you write it down, I want you just to notice what pops up in your mind. It might be, I deserve to be prosperous and wealthy. Oh yeah? I deserve to be prosperous and wealthy. Why am I doing this? I deserve to be prosperous and wealthy. I feel tired. I deserve to be prosperous and wealthy, but is that okay with God? I deserve to be prosperous and wealthy. Worthy. That is something really great to work on in terms of wealth, worthiness. Your last one might be, well, I don't want to work how hard it takes to work to be prosperous and wealthy. Now what I want you to do is write your name and say, your name, you deserve to be prosperous and wealthy. So I would say, Karen, you deserve to be prosperous and wealthy. And maybe my mind puts back, who says, Karen, you deserve to be prosperous and wealthy. Well, maybe, Karen, you deserve to be prosperous and wealthy. Well, my father told me this, or my church says that, or my mother said. Karen, you deserve to be prosperous and wealthy. Well, why not? Karen, you deserve to be prosperous and wealthy. What will my friends think? And then the last part of it is to simply talk about yourself in the third person. Karen deserves to be prosperous and wealthy. No one's ever told me that before. Karen deserves to be prosperous and wealthy. I'm starting to believe it. Karen deserves to be prosperous and wealthy. I want you to continue on. I want you to do all 3 of these, and I want you to write them down, because then you're activating different areas of your brain. And what you'll do is just discover your negative ideas, whether you thought them up yourself or whether someone else told them to you, or whether somebody said them about you behind your back and you heard about it through the grapevine. It's a really good idea when you're doing this to just slow down and breathe. And if you get the same response over and over, try saying it the opposite way, like as an affirmation. Instead of, I don't want to work that hard, how about, I deserve to be paid for enjoying myself? And then ask yourself, how does that feel? So if you enjoyed this exercise, check back in, because I'm going to do something like this every week. I'm going to give you some exercises to discover what's behind your lack, what's behind your scarcity. And you're going to see your income rising just like mine has been since I started this. And if you'd like to actually work out those blocks you have, I'm going to be doing a session one every week. So there's a series of 4 in a month. And for the cost of one individual session, you can get 4 of these group sessions. The first one is on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. And it's going to be on a Zoom call. So it's a group call. And what we're going to do is I am just going to lead you through a visualization for an hour that actually helps you connect or magnetize, as Colette Stryker calls it, in her MAP program, where you really hone in on what it would feel like to achieve a goal. And what we'll be doing during this process is actually activating our neurons to fire off in conjunction with that visualization. So you're going to train your brain to release the neurotransmitters that are associated with the thoughts of achieving the goal, that are associated with the feelings you would have if you achieved it. And it's going to train your brain to make some subconscious shifts so you start moving in that direction naturally and automatically. The other thing I'm going to be doing is on Thursday evenings from 6 to 7:30 p.m. and it's another group session, and it's called Map and Tap, because it's using some of the same concepts from Colette and also Dr. Gary Flint's work on neuro rewiring, and also through eutaptics, EFT, different ways of using tapping and other neuro rewiring work to get rid of the blocks, actually just move them out of the way, uncouple the neurons that are firing in that with those programs and belief systems about money. We're actually going to just disengage those, and then we're going to train your brain actually again to rewire a different set of programs and instructions. It's really cool. If you want more info about the science behind this, go to my website, www.onlinechristiancoaching.com. And again, I'm Dr. Karen Liddell from Renewing Your Mind Transformational Counseling and Coaching. Bye-bye.